I'm here with the principals of the Preciado real estate team and Downey Capital Mortgage. You guys work together.
Yes, Alan. I'm William Preciado. I am in charge of the Preciado real estate team, and we're currently working under first-class platinum brokers based out of Santa Fe Springs, California.
Hey, my name is Luis Mendoza. I'm the senior mortgage advisor with Downey Capital Mortgage, and I work together with Bill all the time.
And because you work together, you're able to make deals for buyers and that will help sellers.
Absolutely, yes.
Tell me the kinds of deals you make.
Definitely. We've been working together for many years, and for any prospective home buyer, home seller, you need to align yourself with a good team. We're not only business partners, we've been friends for a very long time. But if you're going to be looking to list your property, right now is that time. There is a shortage of merchandise out there. Things are starting to open up. I highly encourage anybody who's been on that fence about thinking about selling their property, right now's the time. Give us a call. We guarantee to sell your house in less than 30 days. They're selling off in less than 10. But if it's not sold, we'll buy it. We've got investors ready to buy your property. And on top of that, you got to align yourself with good mortgage lenders because the direct lenders sometimes are a little stricter. Lewis can talk to more about that.
You are able to get deals for buyers that you can't get at traditional banks.
That is correct. At Downey Capital Mortgage, we are wholesale lenders. We are independent mortgage brokers, which means that if you go to a retail bank, you're going to have to follow their rules and guidelines. We actually go and shop around for the best deals that wholesale lenders offer buyers and sellers.
You must have other sources besides the traditional banks.
Absolutely. Wholesale lenders like United Wholesale Mortgage, Stearns Bank, all of these banks that all they do is home loans, they're called wholesale lenders, and typically their rates are much lower.
And you also have different conditions, different requirements that could let somebody get a loan where the big bank down the street won't do it.
That is correct. Because we're independent mortgage brokers, we can take our client to wherever the terms and the deal will be better for them.
What kind of deals are you making now that are an exception to the general rule of the big banks?
Well, one of the examples that I can give you is that when buyers come to us with a FICO score that is typically lower than the average, like for example a 620, we can get them qualified with our wholesale lenders.
You must also deal with self-employed people who don't have the right tax documents.
That is correct. And because of COVID, there was a lot of restrictions that retail banks put on for new loans. And now what we're seeing is a relaxation of all those rules, especially with wholesale lenders. So now we can get pretty much anyone qualified and pre-approved for a mortgage.
We met while they were checking out a new listing in LA. This property is under $1 million, which is a deal in this particular neighborhood. There's actually a shortage of listings because of COVID, and that's changing now.
Oh, definitely. A lot of people were apprehensive. I had some possible listings. Owners say, you know what, I'm going to hold off right now because of COVID. They didn't want people coming into their residence. And on top of that, the state mandated that we had a strict control on people going in and out, and that required us to do certain paperwork. Although that's still going on right now, we also had to resort to only one-day showings because sellers were apprehensive. But there's also those that were on the fence, and they've just been looking. And right now's the time. We still got traditionally or historically low interest rates, which is inspiring the buyers to buy. It's giving them more buying power, but it's also a trickle effect for the sellers because they are able to get top dollar for that listing right now.
So what are you telling sellers to do now?
Well, first of all, call us. We will list your property. We guarantee that we're going to sell that property. We're going to get you top dollar, and we've got buyers waiting. Every agent out there's got anywhere between 10 to 20 buyers at their disposal right now. But give us that first call, and we guarantee we'll list that property. Don't worry about the commission. They can basically call that commission. Okay, right now, we just want to list that property, get that property out there for not only us to sell, but other agents as well.
Now, I understand that people are still nervous about COVID, even though restrictions are being lifted. What are you doing for those sellers?
Well, we definitely, for example, we've got one that's coming up in Victorville right now. It's one day. It's going to be tomorrow. And we're requiring the masks, disinfectants, and it's only going to be a time frame from 11 to 3. And we've got everybody signed up with the required PED form that's required by the Department of Real Estate. And that way we maintain a strict control of who's going in, the time they're spending in there, and the time they come out. So everything's under control, but once things start laxing up, I'm pretty sure there's still going to be some kind of measuring tool that we're going to abide by, but we need more properties out there, so we need those listings.
Now, COVID must have affected the mortgage market as well.
Yes, that is correct. And we did see quite a bit of a slowdown when it came to people trying to get themselves qualified to buy a house. However, things have picked up. And right now, we are seeing a lot of refinances and a lot of people going out to get pre-qualified for a home mortgage. And we also have a lot of sellers that as soon as they list their property, they get tons of offers. So it's important to work with a mortgage broker because we can analyze each and every single offer and actually pre-qualify those buyers to make sure that your deal doesn't fall through escrow.
As a mortgage professional, you must be able to help people now who were hurt by COVID, but when the business and the economy reopens, they'll be back to full strength.
Yes, that is correct. One of the things that we make sure of is that we pre-qualify the buyer fully so that they don't get in over their heads. We're actually making sure that they're going to be able to make those payments comfortably.
And that helps the seller pick the right buyer because you don't want your sale to fall through at the last minute.
Absolutely. We look at everything, debt to income ratio, income from other sources, down payment, and all of that comes together to make a perfect play between Bill and I because we actually pre-qualify these buyers and present a full package to the seller for them to make a decision.
And by the same token, or the flip side of the same token, if someone ran into a problem because of COVID, there are special programs for them now that you could get them into so they can buy a house.
Yes, that is correct. We do have some programs out there that are just starting to make a comeback. Things like the down payment assistance program, things like the HUD program also. Those programs are slowly starting to come back into into play.
So it sounds to me like this team here, a mortgage company, a real estate company, you're able to get deals that other people may not be able to do because you've got the market savvy right here together.
Oh, definitely, Alan. We've got also our hands-on investors as well that are out there trying to get these cash deals. And at the time, they want to flip it. They want it off their hands. They're not into holding properties. So there's a prime opportunity for some buyers that may be open to buying that property, may need a little bit of TLC, but those homes are definitely available with us at First Class Platinum Brokers.
For real estate information, call 323-944-9470. Again, 323-944-9470. For mortgage information, 562-525-8634. 562-525-8634. HomeLoanBRKR.com. That's homeloanbroker.com with the abbreviation.